By the end of this video, you will be playing Mario Kart Wii Retro Rewind. I'm going to be showing you what you need, the materials to download, some gameplay, possible troubleshooting, and then you are free to play Mario Kart Wii Retro Rewind to your heart's content. So let's not waste any more time and let's begin the tutorial and install this mod. All you need is a Wii or a Wii U, an SD card, preferably an SD or an SDHC. SDXC may not work that well. A Wii remote, now it doesn't really matter if it's a regular one or the one that has the Motion Plus already built in, any will work. And of course, you need a physical copy of Mario Kart Wii and of course a actual working game disc as well. You also need access to a PC, preferably either Windows, Mac, or possibly Linux might also work, and of course an internet connection. Now let's get into the tutorial. Alright, open up a browser of your choice and locate yourself to the custom Mario Kart wiki right here, and we are at the landing page for Retro Rewind right here, or Mario Kart Retro Rewind, whatever you want to call it. Do take note of this as well. It says if download links from this do not start, please copy and paste the download link into your browser's bar address, basically this thing up here. We're going to do that anyways, because if you do click, let's say this, you'll notice it just loaded. Try to download it, but it doesn't work. This right here, this other option is for those who already have it anyways. So, but since this is going to be your first time, obviously, installing this, we want this option right here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to right click and click copy link address right here. We can either open up a new tab or just paste it on top of this existing tab. I'm going to do a new tab because, well, why not? Go ahead and paste that in and hit the enter. As you can see, it will then load up the place where you want to save it. I'm going to save it to my downloads. You can save it to your desktop or wherever you want to put it. Just put it somewhere where you'll be able to find it later on. If it says insecure download blocked, just click keep and then it will download. This is a 1.1 gigabyte Retro Rewind zip file. So I'm going to cut this, but I'll see you once this has been downloaded. Another thing you will also need is the Revolution, whatever you want to call it. This is the program that is going to be used to load your mods. So what you want to do is click right here in this download. Click on download Revolution version 1.06 right here. Click on that and then do the same. Save it wherever you want. It shouldn't really matter that much. It's not a very big file, as you can see. It only took about this much, as you can see right there, as well as Retro Rewind being done. So now that you've done that, let's go ahead and open up our File Explorer. And let's go ahead and start with Revolution first. So let's extract this. There we go. You don't need the zip files after this, so you can delete this. With Retro Rewind, just go ahead and do the same process, so extract all. If you have any other programs as well, you can use that. But just since Windows already has this already built in, you can go ahead and just extract it that way. Now this will take some time, so I will see you after it has fully extracted. Alright, you can now delete the zip file for Retro Rewind. You will not be needing it. At this point, you can also go ahead and insert your SD card. So this one is a 4GB Toshiba SDHC card right here. But right now, we are going to go ahead. As you can see, we are going to be copying this. So go ahead and click the cut button. You can copy it as well if you plan to maybe do this on multiple Wiis. Right now, we just need to concern ourselves with just the SD card. Go ahead and put this in the apps folder. If you don't have a apps folder already, just go ahead and right click new right here and then folder and then name it apps. So go ahead and make sure that it's all there. That is good, fine and dandy. Alright, in Retro Rewind, you will have access to an installable channel and obviously all the other stuff. So, as you can see, there's already an apps folder right here, but we're going to go in there anyways. And funny, it's already included this. So I guess if you just didn't bother going to the other one, you can ignore that. But what we're going to do as well is just copy these two files right here to the SD card. So I'm going to put them also in the apps folder right here. There we go. Go ahead and just check to make sure everything is there as intended. Now, pay attention to the next part, people, okay? So, with Revolution, you want to go ahead and copy this file and put it on your SD card. So go into this folder, go ahead and paste it. There we go. That is what is going to make the application read and see all the files on here. Go back to the Retro Rewind. And now this one right here is pretty much where all the fun stuff happens right here. The version doesn't really matter, just ignore that. But what's important is right-clicking, copying it. Now, you should be pasting this on the root of your SD card. If you don't know what the root of the SD card is, this is your root. Pretty much the first thing you see after you click on the little thing right here. Right-click, click paste. If you have enough space on your SD card, you should be golden. However, if you've got whatever else you've got on your SD card, then yeah, probably consider deleting. It will take some time as it copies over, so once again, I will go ahead and stop this video right here, and I'll see you once the installation into the SD card has completed. While that is completing, I'll also just do this as well. So go ahead and create a new folder on the SD card, give it time, and just call it WAD. This is for installing the channels. So if you go into the Rewind, you'll see there's one for the Wii and one for the Wii U. I'm installing this on a original Wii, so go ahead and click on that and copy it and paste it into this folder. You don't actually need to actually do this, by the way, create a folder. You could just paste this on the SD card. But it seems like it just makes sense to just have it in a folder anyways to make sure it can just install without issues. If you don't know what a WAD file, this is essentially the Wii application, what you see like most Wii channels install with. This is likely what the file is called. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead now for real while this is still copying. I'll see you on the other side. Alright, now that it has pretty much copied over, one thing I would recommend you all do is go ahead and check and verify that all apps that are needed are included and are shown as well. So just go ahead and do all the stuff that I'm doing right here. There you go. See if everything is here. Nice, nice, including this. And yeah, and even the WAD file. WAD file? WAD file. There we go. Wow, a JamesLikesToGame mess up, eh? Right, guys? Anyways, so now that you've done with this part, you can go ahead and eject it. Be sure to do it this way instead of just yanking it out of the PC, by the way. It's just safer that way. If it just does this, just keep trying again until it does the thing. There we go. Alright, and you're basically done here. You can look at my background, I don't care. But yeah, now we're gonna go to this, but actually in real life. So let's do that now. Alright, so power on your Nintendo Wii and go ahead and put your SD card into your console right here. And of course, you will need to be homebrewed. So if you haven't homebrewed it, go ahead and check out the link that I'll put in the iCard up above. And again, if you want to install CTGP Revolution, I'll also go ahead and put it in the same place as before. Right, anyways, now let's go ahead and get to the fun part of actually installing this thing. So, go ahead and click into the homebrew channel and go ahead and click Start. Once you're in, you will see the applications here. So there it is, Retro Rewind. But the first that I want you lot to do is actually get some easy shortcuts. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to go into the yet another Wii mod manager, or whatever, mod me, whatever. Go ahead, click that and click load. That's the first thing we will go ahead and do right here. There we go. So once you're here, it'll tell you what to do. So click on the Wii SD slot, so that is essentially your SD card. There we go, the device has been selected. As you can see, Retro Rewind right there, it only takes like 3.01 megabytes. As I said, these files are not that incredibly big. Click the A button to install, and then go ahead and click again, and it will go ahead and install it to the Wii menu so that you will have a much easier shortcut to it. And we will go ahead and actually look at that after we've done this. So you're basically done here now. So go ahead and click home to restart the Wii. So it'll bring you back to the homebrew channel. We're going to go ahead and now go into Revolution right here and click load. Hopefully you've been following along and have done everything correctly. Should take some time when it first loads. There we are. Just give it some time to let it do its thing. You'll also hear that the game disc starts spinning as it tries to detect what game is inside of the console right now. Alright, so as you can see, it shows right here. So what you want to do now is essentially just click here. You want to probably disable any other mods that might be likely to interfere with it as well. So all you basically have to do from here, at least, is click the pack and click from disabled to enabled. If you want to use the My Stuff folder, you can. However, it will likely interfere with CTGP Revolution, so it's probably best not to have that on. Remove blur, I don't know what that is. Save separate save data game, so if you wanted this to be separate. But one thing I will also say as well, you'll notice this remove button. That is actually where you can actually install the channel. I'm not sure if you saw it earlier, but I'm going to go ahead and remove it so that you can see it. Go ahead and click this install button. This is where it will install a channel on your Wii menu that will let you access this a lot quicker. Anyways, go ahead, once you've basically are happy with everything, go ahead and click this launch button right here. And if everything done correctly, you'll also notice that my Wii also has a little bit of a blue light. Don't worry about that if it does that. It's totally normal. There we go. And then you should, in theory, ooh, there we go. There we go. So as you can see, it has officially now loaded in. It says the battery is low. It's fine. It's honestly fine. But there you go. You're now actually loading successfully Retro Rewind. Now, as you can see, most mods now have this thing where you can actually go back. And that's actually a good thing. So let's actually go to this right now. Alright, so here we are on the actual homebrew application for Retro Rewind. Now, of course, you don't actually have to keep downloading the files and all this other stuff. You can actually go ahead and update Retro Rewind just from this. You'll know at the top right there, it says, if you crash when booting, use Revolution. So that is like your backup option. It should theoretically work. However, you know, it can be a little bit funny at times. If it does crash, just hard reset your console and then just go into Revolution and boot it that way. Alright, let's go ahead and click exit for now, because I want to show you the Wii channels. So if we scroll across, so there is the Revolution. This is what basically loads all your mods for the various Wii games if someone has created them. If we scroll to the next one, you will see a Retro Rewind channel right here. And you can obviously start it anytime from this one right here. So let's go ahead and click start. As you can see, it will detect all the stuff that it's needing to do it correctly. Now, of course, if you have your Wii set to 4:3, it's going to look a very bit squished, because I think this was more made for the widescreen option in mind. But just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all fine. It is all fine. Just give the console some time to load. Now let's go ahead and launch it from the Homebrew application itself. And there we go. There we go, lovely jubbly. Alright, I'll go ahead now and give you some gameplay, because you all deserve it, so enjoy. So one other thing I want to also add into this as well, this is kind of like optional stuff now, so you can skip this if you wish, but you can now use the online Retro WFC. If you click on this, you'll basically be taken to the great world of playing Mario Kart Wii, but with more tracks to select as well. So yeah, let me just show you this. I'm not going to play an online match, because I'll be actually showing you that at the end of this video of an ongoing series that I'm doing. But just give it some time, to let it connect. Obviously, depending on internet connection, it will also vary as well. Alright, and once that has officially loaded, you'll be greeted. See the rules on the Discord right there. So, there you go. And now you basically can do whatever you want, either into a worldwide, retro, worldwide, or friends. As you can see, you can also do open host as well. So this allows you to basically allow players to play, even if you don't add them back. So if you enable that, open host is enabled. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and you can still access the settings as well from here and do all this other stuff. Now, the possible issues you may run into, first of all, why does it not show up in the Homebrew channel? Well, you're likely using a SDXC cards instead of SD or SDHC, so use those cards as well, as that is what the Wii is only able to show. The next one is, well, why did Retro Rewind crash? Well, as you probably saw earlier, if it crashes, use Revolution, there's your answer. But, of course, those are just some of the answers that I'll give. However, if you find yourself into the description down below, there'll be a document file with either more questions and answers for you to look at, and also a tip, use Control F as well to find what question and answer you are likely looking for and to see if it's been even answered by me. Of course, if I haven't put it in that document and you want to comment down below a question, I'll be sure to give you the answer, and I will also include that question as well in a future updated document as well. I hope this tutorial has been helpful. If you did, be sure to give it a like and hit the subscribe button on your way out. Over here, I'll link you to the ongoing Mario Kart Wii Retro Rewind series that I'm doing. And obviously, if you want to become a member, you can hit the join button down below. Shout out to these people who are members so far. You can also support me right here as well if you also found it helpful as an alternative. And I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy playing Mario Kart Wii Retro Rewind.